Hey everyone, welcome back to This Homemade Life. If you're new, my name is Courtney and today we're going to do some freezer meals. Whether you are cooking for yourself or for someone else, freezer meals are an amazing time-saving shortcut when it comes to having a good home cooked meal every night. I know some people do it for themselves just to save time during the week because they're super busy. In my case, I am making all of these freezer meals for a very dear friend of mine that I'm going to visit this weekend. She is a single mom with two kids, so she is super busy raising her kids and working. And I thought I would treat her to some home cooked meals. All she has to do is throw them in the slow cooker, throw them in the oven. They're super delicious and super simple. So I've got 6 meals plus a bonus of we're just going to cook some taco meat. Guys, taco meat freezes beautifully. So cook a whole bunch of it, portion it up, pop it in your freezer, and Taco Tuesday is going to take you less than 5 minutes to throw together every single week. Anyway, I'll start with the grocery haul, then I'm going to jump into cooking, so let's get right to it. All right, this is what I picked up to make the freezer meals. I pretty much have everything else I need on hand, and I will go over the meal plan in a little bit, what we're going to be making today. But let me just go through all the stuff I had to pick up. So I got meatballs. Obviously, you can guess if there's chili sauce next to it, I'm making the meatballs and chili sauce. This is a household favorite, so I thought maybe she and her family would like it. This is actually for me. I like cheese and crackers. Just think about it makes me happy, so I picked this up because I saw it. This was on clearance. I was going to get a smaller pack, but for this price, I thought, well, I'll go ahead and get this, and I'm going to pre-cook all of this as taco meat, and I will give half to her and keep half in my freezer. This is a half loin roast. I actually wanted 2 pork tenderloins, but the pork tenderloins at Walmart were like so super sad and tiny and just, they weren't going to work. So this was a much better price. It's $11.60, and I'm just going to split this right in half to make 2 separate meals. I got 2 cans of these chipotle sauce. There's no peppers in it. It's just the sauce, and that's all I need is the sauce. I got a box of freezer bags just to make sure that I had enough because I think my box is looking a little empty. I got these little cupcake liners because they were 24 cents. I use these for around my house for different things like making little lunch snack packs and stuff. And so because I saw them, I went ahead and picked them up. And of course, these are just some personal items. I do my own nails. Sometimes they're acrylics, sometimes they're gel nails. Just depends on how much time I have and what kind of mood I'm in. But this was a little value pack that gets you 2 different nail clippers and some tweezers, which I use for the little tiny pieces on the nails, like the tips and stuff. But this whole thing was $5, so it was a good deal. And then just some cuticle clippers. And then I ran to H-E-B because they did not have much in the way of chicken at Walmart. And I got these split chicken breast, $5.61. And it's a little bit over a pound, so that'll be perfect for 1 meal. And then I got this big one that'll be perfect for 2 separate meals. And this one was 25% off, so even better. And then I have been wanting to try their pimento cheese. There's a place like a steakhouse kind of across from where we live, and they serve like a trio dip kind of thing. And one of the things they put on there is this homemade pimento cheese. It looks exactly like this. It is fantastic. It's not like that orangey stuff you get in the deli or anything. This is like real cheese. It's so, so good. This looks a lot like it, so I thought I would try it. But anyway, that is all I needed to make these freezer meals. Everything else I have on hand. So let's get to it. All right, guys, I'm going to cook the taco meat really quickly. I'm using my Ninja FOODIE, which is similar to an Instapot. I used the sear saute setting, browned the ground beef, and then drained it when it was almost completely cooked. Then you would add in taco seasoning. I don't care for taco seasoning, for I make my own. It's chili powder, salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and cumin. And then I added in a little bit of water. It's about half the amount of what you would need for the stovetop. And then I'm going to change this over to the slow cooker setting, and I'm going to let it go for like an hour, hour and a half, and you will have some of the best taco meat. That seasoning really, really cooks into the meat. It's nice and tender and juicy. It is not dry at all. It's really, really good this way. On occasion, if I have like a large crowd of people, I will do my taco meat in my slow cooker just because it's bigger. And on this particular day, my stove was being used for something else. So I just went ahead and whipped it up in here. And oh my gosh, this taco meat is to die for. It does take longer than the stovetop, but it is so, so delicious. All right, guys, that ground beef is so simple to cook in the slow cooker because I can just let it go, let it do its thing, and I can go live my life. It does take a long time. It's not as fast as cooking it on the stovetop, but that's just something I do every once in a while. And today my stovetop was busy, so slow cooker it was. Anyway, let's talk menus. I'm going to be doing smashed chicken, chicken and gravy, chicken fajitas, sweet and sour meatballs, pork carnitas, and Mississippi pork roast. Mississippi pot roast is something I've made on my channel. I'm sure a lot of you have seen it. I'm just substituting beef roast for pork roast. I've done that before. It tastes amazing. I'm going to be doing, let's see, the beef carnitas and the smashed chicken both come from Becky over at Acre Homestead. I love watching her channel. If you guys have not seen her, go check her out. She has no idea who I am. I am just a fan of hers. I think she does a great job in the kitchen, and she has like an amazing green thumb because her garden looks incredible. She runs a website as well with all of her recipes, so I will link those two recipes down below so that you guys can get to those. I'll see if I can find a Mississippi pot roast recipe online and link that. What else? Oh, the fajita recipe is mine. I created it this morning because I needed something to use the other half of the chipotle peppers for the pork carnitas. So I will list that down below. Sweet and spicy meatballs you guys have seen me make before. It's totally simple, but I'll list the ingredients down below. Oh, the chicken and gravy. I'm sure that one is somewhere online. I've been making that for, this is like 7 years, 6 years. I don't know. I don't even follow a recipe anymore, and I've probably like altered so many things. It's totally different. I will try to link an original recipe down below. I make it for my husband's lunches pretty often. It's super delicious, really, really good, especially in the winter, but it's a nice filling meal. All right, that is enough talking, guys. I can get so chatty. Let's jump right in and get to cooking. Okay, we are going to be working in a different spot in my kitchen today. Normally, I have you guys set up over on my other counter. Today we're going to work next to the sink because I have everything laid out over there, and I just feel like this is going to be a better workspace, and I can just kind of travel back and forth. So I want to start off with the easiest meal first, just because I feel like I get more motivated when I can complete a task and check it off my list. So we're going to start with the sweet and sour meatballs because they are so stinking simple. Okay, I am putting my bag inside of a bowl just in case I spill anything. This recipe isn't necessarily a problem, but some of the other ones are like raw chicken and raw pork, just to kind of like contain the mess in case that happens. So the first thing I want to do is go ahead and just mix up the sauce. We need any kind of fruit jam or jelly will do. I've used jalapeno jelly in the past, and it was just absolutely amazing. I've used grape jelly. I didn't eat that one, but I hear it's really, really delicious. I've seen people use like strawberry jelly and orange jelly. And the last couple times I made it, I used this, which is just cranberry sauce in the can because I had a bunch of cans and I'm working my way through them. So that's what we're using today. Chili sauce is a must. This has to be in it. It's kind of what makes the sour part of the sweet and sour meatballs. Normally I put onion powder, but today we're going to do this chopped onion because I'm trying to use up the last of this before it expires. And then I've got some salt and pepper. Do that to taste. So, oh, and the meatballs. Y'all, I straight up forgot the star of the show, the meatballs. Any frozen meatball will do, whatever they have at your grocery store. This is actually on sale, so this is what I picked up. So all we're gonna do is mix our sauces together in the bowl and then pour them over the meatballs in the bag, and that's it, it's done. So do you guys make a lot of freezer meals? This is not something that I actually do very often. I did it quite a few months ago before I had surgery so that my family would have like quick and easy meals to cook while I was still kind of laid up in bed. And then I'm going to cook them today for my friend because I just thought it would help her out. She's a single mom, she works, and this will definitely save some time for her in the evening. Not to mention, I mean, like, she doesn't have to go grocery shopping for a little while if she wants to serve these. I am using my little Dollar Tree meat masher thing just to break up the cranberry sauce a little bit because, it's gelled. So you add in the whole can, and that is 14 ounces, so roughly about the same amount if you're getting like a jar of jelly or something. And then I do the whole the whole bottle of chili sauce. Just glug, glug, glug right on in there. I have seen some people add Worcestershire sauce, and I think I added it last time. I don't really know that it makes that much of a difference at the end of the day, if I'm being perfectly honest. So you can add it, you don't have to. Totally up to you. I'm going to add in my chopped onions. This is just dehydrated onions, so I'm probably going to do like half a tablespoon because I really like the flavor, and I think it's good. When I do the onion powder, of course, I do probably like a half to a quarter teaspoon. I'm going to do pepper, and then a little bit of salt, and that just kind of helps offset the sweetness of the cranberries. And then we're just going to mix it all together, and it makes a lovely sauce. And then we're going to dump everything in that bag together. There we go. All right, I'll be washing dishes in between every recipe. These are my favorite mixing bowls, and they're really good for what I'm doing. So I like to start with a pretty clean kitchen, and I try not to dirty as many dishes as possible. Some days that works out better than others. And then, of course, I am a big advocate of cleaning as you go. Load your dishwasher, wash your dishes as you go. That way you don't have this massive, unruly pile waiting for you at the end of a day of cooking. All right, let's spill a little bit on the bag. All right, there we go. All nice and clean. So I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of like massage this around, I guess is the best way to put it. I don't know, it's so weird. I just wanna make sure the sauce is all over the meatballs, so they kind of marinate a little bit in the sauce. And then this meal is totally done and ready to go. Check one off the list. All right, so next we're gonna do chicken fajitas. This is a recipe that I've not tried before. I have made freezer chicken fajitas before, but I wanted to do something a little different this time. Change the flavor profile up a little bit. So I am. First off, I'm gonna use some of this chipotle sauce. Now you can buy chipotle on adobos if that's your jam. Or I found this, and it's just the sauce, which is all I need. I'm not sure how much my friend's kids like spice, so I want to be cautious with it. So I just got the sauce. I'm not going to do the peppers. If the sauce is spicy enough, but the peppers definitely hold the majority of the heat. Oh, that smells so good. Anyway, I'm going to use some of this, but I'm going to tone it down. If you mix a little honey in with some chipotle that's super spicy, it kind of helps like tame it a little bit. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna use a couple of generous spoonfuls here. You know, I was gonna mix it in this bowl and I just went straight for the bag. That's okay, we'll mix up all the sauce and then we'll worry about everything else. Okay, so we've got the chipotle in there. We're gonna tone it down with some honey. I'm gonna do probably about, that was probably about 4 tablespoons of sauce because I was very generous with those spoonfuls. So I'm gonna go for like a tablespoon or 2 of honey. Here we go. We want some lime juice. You could use lemon. I really just prefer the taste of lime. So I'm gonna do probably about 2 tablespoons in there. Then we're gonna add in some chili powder. I'm gonna do probably about half a tablespoon of chili powder. We're gonna do Worcestershire sauce, and for this I'm probably gonna do about 2 tablespoons. There we go. I'm gonna do about a teaspoon of liquid smoke. And this is what's gonna give it that like a grilled taste, even though we're not cooking these on the grill. And then I'm gonna add in some soy sauce. So my traditional marinade for, I'm gonna do about 3 tablespoons of this. My traditional marinade for fajitas was always soy sauce, Worcestershire sauce, liquid smoke, and garlic. I've kind of expanded on that by adding a few other things, and I forgot the garlic. Okay, got my garlic. I'm heavy-handed with the garlic sometimes, a lot of times. Today is just one of those regular days for me, so I'm gonna do what would be the equivalent of probably like 3 cloves of garlic. But I mean, they're fajitas, and traditionally that is like a Mexican food, and that is pretty heavy on the onions and garlic. Okay, oh, and a little bit of cilantro. You could totally leave this out if you're one of those people that just cannot handle the taste of cilantro. No big deal. If you've got it and you like it, put it in, or you can put it in at the very end. It's up to you. I just wanted a little bit of the flavor in the marinade. So I'm adding that in. We'll do some pepper. You could do red pepper if you want, something like that. I'm just sticking with this because, again, I don't know their taste, the kids' taste as far as spice goes. And then some salt. There we go. And I'm gonna mix this in the bag. Just make sure everybody is friends. And we've got a really delicious sauce here. It smells fantastic. Oh yeah, that smells so good. These are gonna be delicious. Okay, now we're gonna slice up both the chicken and some vegetables. So I'm obviously gonna do the vegetables first because cross-contamination. That's done. Again, if you want spicy, jalapenos would be fantastic in there. This is just what I am doing for my friends. All right, the last thing we're gonna do is we're going to go ahead and slice up the chicken. You don't have to do this, but to make this a really quick cooking meal where she can either cook it at high heat on a skillet or high heat in the oven and get it brown and crispy and delicious in a very short amount of time, I'm gonna slice this. If you don't slice it now, you're gonna slice it after you cook it to put it in your taco or burrito or whatever. I'm just going to go ahead and do it now. All right, so everything is in here. You could do this with pork if you wanted to. Probably even beef. I have not tried this particular recipe with beef. I like beef fajitas. They are my preference, but I do mine, I don't know, a little differently. I think this would work. Right now I'm just gonna make sure everything is mixed in nicely so that the chicken is properly marinating. Everything's properly marinating. Everybody's in the sauce. You can slice that thinner if you want to. It's totally up to you, but there's dinner chicken fajitas. She can cook these in a pan on high to get them lightly brown, or she can bake them at 400 degrees for 10 minutes and then broil them for 5 to 10 minutes to get the crispy edges. Totally up to her. On to the next meal. So I'm gonna be working with the pork because I got one giant piece to divide in half. We're gonna do the Mississippi pork roast, and we're gonna do the pork carnitas. I'm gonna go ahead and divide this in half and then put it in its bags, and then we'll start with the carnitas, then we'll mix up the stuff for Mississippi pork roast. All right, I'm gonna start with the pork carnitas. This recipe is also from scratchpantry.com. So obviously I just really like her website a lot. As you can see, I divided this in half. So I'm gonna go ahead and just zip the top of this one for right now. And just set it off to the side so that I can mix my, my sauce in here. All right, where's my notebook? So for this recipe, we need 1 cup of orange juice. The orange juice that I happen to have in my house is Sunny D, and it's tasty, so I think it'll be fine. 1 cup. Okay. Then you need garlic. Again, I really like garlic, so we're going pretty heavy with that. We need onion. So that onion I used in the fajitas was my last onion, so we're back to the chopped onion. Onion powder would work too. I just need to use these up. I'm gonna do what would be about the equivalent of 1 diced onion, so probably around a tablespoon. That looks good. We're going to put some more of the chipotle sauce in there. Again, if you have the peppers, that's fine too. I'm going to do the same amount, about 3 spoons. There we go. That's like 3 to 4 tablespoons because I'm generous with my spoonful. Let's see, honey. Lost my honey. Here it is. It was hiding behind my faucet. We're going to do some honey. This is just to kind of cut through the spiciness of the chipotles, again, because I don't know. Our kids are going to love it, so I'm going to do like 2 tablespoons probably. There we go. Alright, we want to do some chili powder. There we go. And some cumin. About 2 teaspoons of cumin. Jeez, this stuff comes out so slowly. Okay, that's about 2 teaspoons. And we want to do some coriander. So I've never put coriander in any kind of like Mexican food or anything, but I'm down. Let's try it. It smells so good. Okay, we want some oregano. She says 1 teaspoon, which is perfect because that's about all I have left in this container. Salt, pepper, and 2 bay leaves. So here are my bay leaves. I'm gonna just put 2 in here. I don't use these all that often. There we go. And then salt and pepper to taste. Alright, I'm going to mix. Make sure that honey incorporates in there. But be gentle, we don't want to crush the bay leaves that are in here. Oh man, that smells so good. Woo. Okay, so we're just going to pour this over the pork. Like that. There we go. Okay. I'm just going to get the air out and seal this up. And for these, the instructions say, let's see, 4 to 6 on low, and then shred it, put it back in the sauce, then she can broil it for like 8 to 10 minutes. I feel like there's still a lot of air in that bag. There we go. All right, so pork carnitas are done. I'm gonna wash up that dish and we'll move on to the Mississippi pot roast. Okay, time for the Mississippi pork roast. So everything that goes in here is totally freezable. What I'm gonna do, instead of just setting the block of butter on top, is I'm gonna go ahead and chop it when I put that in the bag, and then I'm gonna mix our dressing. It's gonna be these regular items plus a little bit of water, and just pour that over the top, and that way she just dumps everything straight in the crock pot, and she is good to go. So I'll just slice this up. There we go. All right, and we'll put this right in the bag with the pork. There we go. Now we're gonna mix the sauce ingredients together. I'm gonna start, so this time I'm using mild banana pepper rings because they're mild. Again, I said it before, I don't know how her kids are with spice, so I wanted to include that tanginess without any kind of heat. The last time I made it, I used pepperoncinis, which are great. My family actually prefers when I put in the pickled jalapenos. They love that. But for them, just because it's got the tanginess and everything, and I know it's not spicy, we're gonna do banana peppers. I have seen people do like wildly varying amounts of peppers in theirs. I saw one lady do the whole jar and I thought to myself, well, I would totally do that. And I would, I think it'd be fantastic. I just don't know how my husband would feel about it, really. Anyway, I'm gonna do about half the jar just to play it safe, and then the rest I'll just put on like sandwiches and salads and stuff. We actually really like these, especially my oldest and I. That looks good. I should have gotten something bigger. My goal for today was not to dirty every dish in my kitchen, and yet we're going to dirty every dish in my kitchen. It's okay, that's what dishwashers are for. So to this, we have a stick of butter in here with our pork. I've got half a jar of banana peppers. The original recipe, I believe, is pepperoncinis. We like pickled jalapenos. You do whatever your family likes. We're gonna add in 1 packet of ranch salad dressing mix. And 1 packet of au jus gravy mix. I'm actually gonna add in a little extra garlic because it's sitting right here and I think it'll be absolutely delicious. And some pepper. No salt, just because there's so much sodium in the gravy and the ranch. I'm not going to do any salt. Mix these. And then I'm probably going to go ahead and add just like a 1/4 cup of water to this, because this will thicken a lot due to both those packets. So I'm going to add just a little extra liquid. Alright, so that was about a 1/4 cup of water. And then I'm just going to pour this right over the top of the pork. There we go. Mississippi pork roast. This is, I think, like an internet favorite. I was like slow to get on the Mississippi anything bandwagon, but this is so delicious. My entire family loves it. And like I said, we've done it with chicken. We've done it with pork. We've done it with beef. Beef is our favorite. Pork is the second. Chicken's the third favorite. It's good, but I don't think it's nearly as good as beef and pork. Anyway, I'm so excited for my friend to try this because I think she and her family will absolutely love, love, love this recipe. It's so quick and simple, and they can eat it a bunch of different ways. The last 2 meals we are doing use chicken. I have this big pack, so we're just going to split it in half between 2 bags. I'm going to start with the chicken and gravy. This is a favorite of my husband's. Another friend of mine, she's the one that actually showed me the recipe in the first place. Her whole family loves it. My husband adores this. I make this for him periodically. I'm going to send this for my friend because it's super easy and super filling. And really, I think she'll really like it. She loves like chicken and dumplings and stuff like that. And this is not chicken and dumplings, but it is similar. I'm going to start by mixing the sauce for this. So I've got 1 can of cream of chicken soup. I've used cream of mushroom before. So if you don't have cream of chicken and you've got cream of mushroom or cream of celery or whatever, it works out just fine. I'm going to use that. And then a package of brown gravy mix. And I don't know if I'm cooking this exactly like recipes online. I've been making this for so long now. I just kind of wing it. I do add some extra things that I don't think were in the original recipe, and I think that's okay too. Anyway, I'm going to add in some chopped onion. You could add an onion powder. You can add in a diced onion. Whatever you have. I'm working with what I have. I'm going to probably do about a tablespoon. You want to really make sure that you flavor this well because otherwise it can be a little bit on the bland side. I'm going to do a little bit of garlic, probably about 1 to 2 cloves worth of garlic. Parsley. You want to do probably close to a tablespoon, not quite. So I'm going to have to open a new one because that one didn't have enough in there. I probably did like real close to a tablespoon. And then I'm going to add in some freeze-dried chives because I think they just add something nice. They smell so good. It's different than onion, you know, it's a different flavor profile. I really enjoy it. And then I'm going to do some pepper. And I'm gonna do some salt. And then I'm gonna do water. You can do milk if you want to, but because I'm freezing this, I've decided that I think water is gonna be better. I did about a 1/4 cup. Our chicken's gonna let off quite a bit of moisture as it cooks. And the idea is the cream of chicken sauce is creamy and thick. And then we put that gravy mix in there, which has natural thickening agents. So it is gonna be really super saucy. And it's gonna be delicious when you pour it over mashed potatoes or over rice or something like that. This is all mixed together, and we're just gonna pour that over the top of the chicken. All right, that is done. Got a little messy on that bag. That's okay. I'm just gonna kind of massage this around so that all of the chicken is coated in the sauce. And it's ready to go. So you can just put this in the crock pot. I like to do this one low and slow just because I want the chicken to shred very, very well. And then we always serve it over rice, but I've seen online, and then my other friend served it over mashed potatoes, so either one works. All right, the last one we're doing today is smashed chicken. This is another one from Becky over at Acre Homestead. Her website again is scratchpantry.com. I'll link it down below. Again, she doesn't know who I am. She doesn't know I exist. I just think she's fantastic in the kitchen, and she has some great advice. So I would love to share that with you guys too, because I think you should all go watch her. Anyway, we're gonna make her smashed chicken. It's really, really good. I've made this for my family before, and I've seen her make it and freeze it, so I know it freezes well. We're gonna add in some olive oil. And then we're gonna add in about a 1/4 cup of lemon juice. There you go. And about a 1/4 cup of Worcestershire sauce. Actually, I'm gonna put the last little bit from this bottle in there too. Yes, I had 2 separate bottles of Worcestershire sauce going in my fridge. Don't ask me why, because I couldn't tell you, but I did. All right, then let's see, some garlic. I'm gonna go pretty heavy on the garlic. There's not a ton of ingredients in this, so I'm gonna go heavy on what it does call for. And when I watch her make this, she goes really heavy on it as well, so I feel like that's okay. So some garlic. I'm gonna toss in some onion because I have this out and it's right here. I'm gonna probably do like a tablespoon again, which is about the equivalent of an onion, I think. I don't know, I could be wrong, but I think it is. And then I think her recipe actually calls for oregano, but I have Italian seasoning. I buy the big thing over at Sam's Club just because it's a good deal, and I use this a lot. So I've got this. I'm gonna add this in. I'm gonna go pretty heavy on it, probably about a tablespoon or so, maybe a little more. And then the last thing is salt and pepper. There we go. All right, and that's it. That is all that's in this recipe. It's not a whole long list of ingredients, but this had so much flavor when I made it. I did it in the oven because that is how I saw Becky over at Acre Homestead cook it. However, now that the weather is getting really nice, aside from the wind out here in West Texas, this crazy wind, I would like to do this on the grill because I think mixing a little smoke taste with it is going to be absolutely amazing. So I look forward to doing that. But anyway, that's all it is for this recipe. It's so good, some great flavors. Something about the Worcestershire sauce and the lemon juice together is just wow. It's so, so good. But that is it for this last freezer meal of ours. All right, guys, I am so excited to share these with my friend. I don't know that she's actually had any of these recipes before. I cannot wait to hear what she thinks of them. She actually does enjoy cooking and being in the kitchen and stuff, so I do value her opinion on these different dishes. We have the sweet and sour meatballs. We have the Mississippi pork roast, pork carnitas, smashed chicken, chicken fajitas with my new recipe, chicken and gravy, and then this is the frozen taco meat. It is already frozen. It freezes so quickly. This is just for a quick and easy dinner. And then if you guys watch my grocery haul coming up, well, okay, let's talk for a second. My schedule is going to be changing on my channel. I will have a bit of a grocery haul this Friday. The other half of it will be the following Tuesday. I'm going to have to be making some, just some changes just to kind of fit some things that have changed in my life with my kids' activities and things like that. So I'm going to have half a grocery haul on Friday and the other half will be next week because my grocery hauls will be moving to probably Wednesdays. Anyway, so you'll see that a week from when you see this video, but I will be getting the rest of the stuff that goes with it. So that means I'm going to get rice. I'm actually going to get that at Sam's Club. Sorry, my puppy's sad because he wants to get through the baby gate to play with my boys. I'm going to get her a big box of minute rice at Sam's Club. She can eat that with a number of these dishes if she wants to. So that'll probably be on Friday, but I'm also going to get her taco shells, refried beans to go with the tacos, the carnitas, the fajitas. I'm going to get some flour tortillas to go with all of that stuff, some shredded cheddar cheese, some noodles, because that's how we like, that's how we like to eat our Mississippi roast is over noodles. I'm going to get her a box of instant mashed potatoes in case that's how she wants to eat, like the chicken and gravy or something. And then I think I am going to include a bag of frozen peas and carrots just because I think that would be fantastic. And it will definitely up the nutritional value in this chicken and gravy. So you guys will see all of that if you follow my channel. It'll be in my upcoming grocery hauls spread out over Friday and Wednesday of next week. Anyway, that's going to do it. It took me, seriously guys, about an hour to whip up. We're not going to count this because I cooked this immediately when I got home when I was cooking something else. But it took like an hour to whip up 6 meals. And this meal, the Mississippi roast, definitely going to last at least 2 days. The pork carnitas, definitely going to last 2 days. The tacos, because it's just her and her 2 kids, and one of her kids is smaller, this might even last for 2 days, especially if she does like a lot of toppings on her tacos. So this could easily be almost 2 weeks worth of meals if, you know, you stretch them out just right. Anyway, didn't take any time at all. I'm so excited to bring this stuff to her and hopefully just kind of brighten her day a little bit. All right, guys, that's all for this video. Like I said, I do have some schedule changes. I'm going to talk more about that on Friday's grocery haul. So if you're curious, be sure you are subscribed to my channel to see that video. Plus, follow me over on the Instagram because I will be talking about it over there as well. I'm trying to get more and more active over on Instagram. Sometimes I forget to post things over there. Not sometimes, a lot, but I'm trying to get more active because I do really want to interact more with you guys. One of the reasons I wanted to do YouTube was to meet people and make new friends. So, Gussie, Gussie. Sorry guys, that puppy. Gussie, Gussie. They say many Australian Shepherds are talkers, and this guy is definitely a talker. I would show you right now, but my husky actually rolled him through the mud, so he's heading to the bath in just a minute. Anyway, make sure you're following me on all the places because I'm going to talk about the changes coming to my channel. I'm going to continue putting out my what's for dinners and my grocery hauls. Those are the big videos on my channel. Don't worry, they're still coming, but I'm going to change the days. So make sure you're following me and we'll talk about that later. All right, guys, have a good one. I will see you Friday with the Sam's Club haul. Bye.